Are you one of the millions of Americans anxiously checking your bank account every morning, wondering when your Social Security Administration payment will finally hit? Well, you're not going to believe what just happened. The SSA has just released their complete payment timeline for June 2025. And we're talking about deposits ranging from $3,000 all the way up to $5,000 hitting accounts across the country. But here's the thing that's got everyone talking: the payment schedule has some surprising changes that could affect when you get your money this month. If you want to stay ahead of every Social Security update and never miss another payment date again, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right now. Trust me, you don't want to be the last person to know when these life-changing payments are coming your way. Let me paint you a picture of what's happening right now across America. From coast to coast, Social Security recipients are experiencing something we haven't seen in quite some time. The payment amounts for June are significantly higher than what we've been seeing in previous months, and the SSA has structured the release schedule in a way that's designed to get money into people's hands faster than ever before. But are you prepared for what this means for your specific situation? The three payment tiers that everyone's talking about, the $3,000, $4,400, and $5,000 amounts, aren't just random numbers the SSA pulled out of thin air. These amounts represent carefully calculated distributions based on your earnings history, your disability status, and when you first became eligible for benefits. What's fascinating is how the SSA has mapped out these payments geographically and chronologically to ensure maximum efficiency in getting funds to recipients. For those receiving the $3,000 payments, you're primarily looking at standard Social Security retirement benefits with some additional cost of living adjustments that have been factored in for June. The SSA has indicated that these payments will begin processing on June 2nd for those whose birth dates fall on the 1st through the 10th of any month. This represents a significant portion of Social Security recipients. And the timing couldn't be better as we head into the summer months when many people are dealing with increased utility costs and vacation expenses. The $4,400 payment tier is where things get really interesting. These recipients are typically those who have maximized their Social Security benefits through delayed retirement credits or have substantial SSDI payments combined with supplemental benefits. The SSA has scheduled these higher tier payments to process beginning June 9th, specifically targeting those born between the 11th and 20th of any month. What makes this particularly noteworthy is that these payments often include retroactive adjustments and bonus calculations that have been pending from previous months. Now, when we talk about the $5,000 payments, we're entering territory that has many recipients doing double takes at their benefit statements. These payments represent the highest tier of Social Security and disability benefits, often including special circumstances payments, widow or widower benefits at maximum rates, or combined family benefits that have reached their ceiling amounts. The SSA has designated June 16th as the primary processing date for these payments, focusing on recipients born between the 21st and 31st of any month. But here's where the SSA payment map becomes absolutely crucial for your planning. The geographic distribution of these payments isn't random, it follows a sophisticated algorithm that takes into account regional banking systems, Federal Reserve processing centers, and local financial institution capabilities. Recipients in major metropolitan areas like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Houston can expect their payments to appear in accounts within 24 to 48 hours of the processing date. However, those in more rural areas or regions with smaller banking networks might see a delay of up to 72 hours. The SSI component of June's payment schedule adds another layer of complexity that many recipients aren't fully aware of. Supplemental Security income payments traditionally process on the 1st of each month, but June presents a unique situation. Due to banking holidays and processing schedules, SSI recipients will see their payments hit accounts on May 31st, technically giving them their June payment a day early. This might seem like a small detail, but for those living paycheck to paycheck, that extra day can make a significant difference in monthly budgeting. SSDI recipients have their own specialized timeline within this June payment map. Disability payments follow the same birth date schedule as regular Social Security, but with additional verification steps that can sometimes cause slight delays. The SSA has implemented new fraud prevention measures that require additional processing time for SSDI payments over certain thresholds. If you're expecting a disability payment in the higher tiers, particularly those $4,400 or $5,000 amounts, you might notice your payment processes a few hours later than usual as these additional security checks are completed. What's particularly exciting about June's payment schedule is how the SSA has coordinated with major banking institutions to ensure faster posting times. Major banks like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, and Citibank have agreed to prioritize Social Security deposits, meaning many recipients will see their funds available for use immediately upon posting rather than having to wait for standard clearing times. Credit unions and smaller banks have also been included in this initiative, though processing times may vary slightly depending on their individual systems. The regional variations in payment timing create some interesting patterns across the country. West Coast recipients, particularly those in California, Oregon, and Washington, often see their payments post in the early morning hours due to time zone advantages with federal processing centers. East Coast recipients might notice their payments appearing later in the day, but often with more consistent timing week over week. Southern states have reported some of the fastest processing times overall, with many recipients seeing payments available within 12 hours of the official processing date. For those wondering about the specific mechanics of how these payment amounts were calculated, the SSA has been remarkably transparent about their methodology. The $3,000 tier represents base benefit amounts with standard cost of living adjustments applied. The $4,400 tier includes additional calculations for delayed retirement credits, maximum family benefits, or combined disability and supplemental payments. The $5,000 tier represents the absolute maximum benefits available under current Social Security law, often including survivor benefits, special minimum provisions, or unique circumstances that qualify recipients for enhanced payments. Mobile banking users have a particular advantage in this June payment cycle. Most major banking apps will send push notifications the moment Social Security deposits are processed, often before the funds show as available in online banking portals. Setting up these notifications ensures you'll know exactly when your payment has arrived, which can be particularly important if you have automatic payments scheduled to come out of your account shortly after your Social Security deposit. The timing of these June payments also coincides with some important changes in Social Security Administration that could affect future payment schedules. The SSA has been implementing new computer systems and processing protocols that are designed to make payments more reliable and faster. June represents one of the first full months where these new systems are being tested at scale, which explains both the higher payment amounts and the more structured release schedule. International recipients and those living abroad face additional considerations in June's payment schedule. The SSA has coordinated with international banking partners to ensure that overseas recipients don't experience unusual delays. But the higher payment amounts may trigger additional verification requirements from foreign banks. If you're receiving Social Security payments while living outside the United States, it's particularly important to monitor your account closely during the June payment window. One aspect of the June payment map that deserves special attention is how it affects recipients who have representative payees managing their benefits. The SSA has issued specific guidelines to representative payees about the higher payment amounts and the importance of proper fund management. If you have a representative payee, they should have received direct communication from the SSA about June's payment schedule and any special handling requirements for the increased amounts. The question many recipients are asking is whether these higher payment amounts represent a permanent increase or a temporary adjustment. While the SSA hasn't made any official announcements about permanent benefit increases beyond standard cost of living adjustments, the structure of June's payments suggests that some recipients may be receiving retroactive payments or corrections to previous underpayments. This could mean that while not everyone will continue to see these exact amounts every month, some recipients might find their ongoing payments are higher than they were previously receiving. Looking ahead to the rest of the summer, the SSA has indicated that payment schedules will continue to follow the new streamlined approach that's being implemented in June. This means faster processing times, more predictable payment dates, and better coordination with banking institutions. The success of June's payment distribution will likely determine how the SSA structures payments for the remainder of 2025. As we wrap up this comprehensive look at June's Social Security payment map, remember that your specific payment date and amount depend on multiple factors including your birth date, benefit type, and banking institution. The most important thing you can do is stay informed about these schedules and plan accordingly. Mark your calendar with your expected payment date, set up account notifications, and always have a backup plan in case of unexpected delays. The June 2025 Social Security payment schedule represents a significant step forward in how the SSA delivers benefits to millions of Americans. Whether you're receiving $3,000, $4,400, or $5,000, understanding exactly when and how these payments will reach your account puts you in control of your financial planning. Keep checking your accounts on your designated payment dates. And remember that these enhanced payment amounts and improved processing times are designed to better serve recipients across the country.